Well, it's a stampede off the start, and then they straight away settle in. A little bit of teasing going on off the front, just testing this group, seeing how hard they want to go. Adam Hodges with the lead. He's followed by Alphonse Armstrong Lazenby. Third, number 71, is Max Materia. Behind him in the red helmet, you've got Lionel Nordic. Then Thomas Horn. Behind him, number 80. Then you got V50, also from Caribbean. That's Ben Cool-Probert. And he's closed up on the wheel of Thomas Horn, and Harry Stogdale is left to try and find a way to do the same. Come adrift by a good few strokes now, and he's going to need to put a bit of an effort in if he doesn't want to get left by himself. Following him around, we've got Kelly Northover, Nicole Wong, and Ariel Chu, making a little race of their own at the back there amongst the girls.
Ariel!
Don't tell me what to say. Concentrate on what you're doing. So almost coming around to tie a knot on this field and lap them is Armstrong Lazenby. He's put a little bit of a squirt on and left Adam Hodges wanting a little bit there. He's about 5 metres adrift. That's a little bit of a lead that he's built. Ben Cool-Probert has put the hammer down and he's broken up this group of 4 that's following those two around. Lionel Norton's firmly glued on his heels, and Thomas Horn trying to get across himself as well, and it's Materia who is finding the going tough on the back of that group. So as you can see, these races form and reform throughout the distance every time someone decides to put their foot on the accelerator, so to speak. You've got to come up with an answer from everybody else in the group, and not everybody else has got the same thing to say, depending on how much gas they've got left in the tank. So this race thoroughly scattered around the floor right now. But back together in the lead, we've got Armstrong Lazenby and Adam Hodges hot on his heels and closing it back up to bring 5 into the lead group. It's Ben Cool-Probert and he's brought with him Lionel Morton and Thomas Horn. Adam Hodges has gone to the front now, trying to turn things up a little bit. Obviously, after the hard work these two guys have done, they're not going to be too happy to have 3 more arrive on the scene and be in the hunt for the first, second and third positions in this one. But they are all answering the call, these guys, and so too's Harry Stockdale as they've come around to pick him up. He's kicked on. A little bit of a foot into the wall there from Nicole Wong. She's taken down Kelly Northover as well. They look like they're all right and they're back up and at it. Leaving Ariel Chu by herself with Max Materia hunting her down. Now, back to our front group because we are closing in on the finish of this race and they are as tightly packed as they could be. It's Adam Hodges, Armstrong Lazenby, Ben Cool-Probert, Lionel Morton senses the end coming. He's moved up into third. Now only 5 of them are on the lap. And you've got Harry Stockdale, who's on the back of this group. He's 1 lap down on the 5 that are in front of him. So he can't get involved in any kind of passing war with these guys. Lionel Morton moves it up again. Adam Hodges is keeping a close eye on these guys behind him. So it's Hodges from Morton, from Lazenby. There's your top 3. Also on the lap with them is Cool-Probert and Thomas Horn. And of course you've got Harry Stockdale chasing these guys around. But he's doing a good job of unlapping himself on some of these other people out there. 12 laps to go in this 3,000 metre final for the Junior A men. So still quite a few laps for things to develop out here. Thomas Horn's coming unstuck just a little bit out there. He's going to have to kick on to stay in touch with these 4. Armstrong Lazenby's moved himself back up into second, and you've got Cool-Probert in third now, as Lionel Morton finds himself back in 4th position. Still looking pretty fresh, these front 4 guys. There's still some passes in them, and they're performing those quite tightly. It's quite a tight floor here at Bayswater. Feels a little bit claustrophobic somewhere out there between the wall and the Witch's Hatch when you're going in the straight. And not a whole lot of grip to be had this afternoon, so these guys are doing it tough to keep the pace turned up this high. 6 laps to go, and it's Lazenby gently winding things up on the front, keeping a close eye on proceedings behind him. We've split the group. Adam Hodges looks like he's disengaged out there and unable to hang on, and your front three is really starting to turn it up right now. Hodges has kicked on again. He's making another effort to get back to these guys, but so too is Lazenby. On the front, it's Armstrong Lazenby, and a little bit of a slip by Lionel Morton. Seeing him a quick 5 metres can open up there just as quick as you can blink. That's exactly what's happened, and now he's looking at defending against Ben Cool-Probert, who's looking to have a shot at him. But it's Lazenby, opened it out to about 10 metres now. Looking good as long as he keeps his feet. They're not on the bell just yet though. Lionel Morton's kicked on, and Ben Cool-Probert looks like he's running on vapours right now. He's had to stand it up a little bit, but no, there's a late surge coming on from him as well. Adam Hodges just has been unable to reattach himself onto the back of these guys, but Armstrong Lazenby's going to take the win. Lionel Morton hangs on from a late surge from Ben Cool-Probert in third. Fourth is Adam Hodges. Fifth is Thomas Horn. Sixth, Harry Stockdale. I think you'll find that your seventh is Max Materia or perhaps Ariel Chu. I'm not sure how it panned out between those two, and our two girls were unfortunate enough to come to grief halfway through that event. Big round of applause for those guys. They put on quite a show over the course of 3,000 metres out there, and a little sub races that got back together at just the right time and left us with 5 guys to shoot it out in those final 10 laps.